money at the channel. Now, oh, by no, and I'm not going to must Emma excuse. Because a young one that needs you more, and it was you when you're yet, and you're weather and yet, more and more when you're yet. I don't say and some classical, and so I can't not go a price or more a national team, another Brazil with Kumo. Now, when you say Brazil for not far to most, you say, Namina Kuma, FIFA cannot work out now, Namina Kuma 2029, or so Busti, and so Elhorma, yet and once a month. And so at the Eba, now I ever will not Christian, I had mercy, it's birthday and blah. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo, oh, Instagram, and whatever two of them say, or wishing Ronaldo happy birthday, and so I want to try Lionel Messi, the goat, and the goat, you know, and so at the Shamu, and so at the Mana, you did and once a month, and so at the Eba, Mrs. Cachodo, and so the same thing, I will see Messi. Our Instagram page or and so Edman, you can once a month. And so at the Eba, make every answer that someone. And so on a BPI as a clear and puppy. And I got a china, I got Vimadi or I didn't sack the girl on to me a booby. And so our Lina said, I don't know, or Yaya virus or still like a big old or super level. And you might inquire informality. I didn't sack the girl. To me a bobby now a more and I want to just say I'm sure not bring my day every moment 10 days and so every man here in the papa the day once a month and they took the announcing virus on and Sana to know they took my Apple US of A and so I go a Omega and so and then day 4:30 bring my day every training now we training we are 2 o'clock I'm watching and Sabi Alonso every chance and jump for that press conference and so I will be and so into between Wednesday and Thursday midnight a sunset the press conference and so I was not AC Blanc was not director and from a now Wakasa and so we Wakasa will be a AC Blanc you come on and so or your key player and so I remember one going to compete and so Italian Syria will be I'm on the sense that sure or call Ireland and not call I'm not CEO I like your own or so call you team now almost I read no one now not Obama president and so as the team one yet there was a really is you go keep a Mike no na the beer video no not Joseph one and so much I am for Mike no I didn't call now I'm not no session and so as the same I'm not go Mike no here o manager no abranche no go be o best team no go try say Premier League no o many I Joseph for number rich na so o man to me any o man go but you go share say abranche and so no so and so I will go ma yet and once a month and so at the end but Jose Mourinho and so Akasa or then Jadon Sancho Akasa direct so say Jamie so TV and Bawa we am tell that never say kind and so former Fenerbahce Bobo quality by Fenerbahce for say Obuku say 15 million pounds over the for say as well say man every and omo United for the year say 25 million pounds 50 now they ban for 10 and so ever come home na answer on Saka and so the church of the church setting no ababo and so e ya mo na Nicolas Jackson the ever say o mo 2 game ban the nyan so game against Flamengo Abraham e could deep root o go try e ma ye man straight record e o mo 2 game ban enti amachi no go e 1 enti aka e Benfica o mo bi a no wasa gwa bi and so ahoma ye dey e wasem no and so atuga make me and so that some and so on Aston Villa the ever to say Ferran Torres and so I about atuga say ono at Ferran Torres see on Barcelona go through on Aston Villa on so ya so so ko fa and so no ko you know the ya ba so o na na what no and so ever ko and so Kepa Arrizabalaga to Arsenal almost done and so I have 5 million pounds and I try and so I Chelsea you once and so I did the weaker again and I Kepa and so and so and so and so you got now Olympic myself and so as you interest Jamie Jordan Henderson. So on so about every free I ask free agent. Now about the Tassa and so now Simon Moses Simon and Nigeria. Now the mention to say we're really medical we moved to Paris FC. I think I'm qualify and so about one and so my young one and there were two of freelancers. Alcohol 7 million euros. And Moses Simon and so I didn't reach him and so one for Pogba. Now for Pogba, everything here, I went to know every foot in Bonnet. I saw a show you. I won't find it all. Now I won't only investigation in a way, you know. And I found it all, who you free the show. Now the other say, I find out better and so energy and so a crack of Monaco, only every day, for signing 2 years, edgy and no more until June 2027. And so now we are this week here, and I went to medical, and so a young man. Jadi wants to do an answer party. And so if you Barcelona, I get Monaco, and also Edinburgh, and so Jadi and once a loan plus a year or a back option and special. It is and so and so our and so and so the flu and so ever mamma a year about a fellow cannot yield it. Now over Juventus. Now Brentano. What I do before the sea, a woman new contract until June 2030. Now I and signing and so and formative no and so our into so we are now number 2 and so around 50 million euros. Salary no, and over free 4 million, no so at 50 million. It is a Lamina Mata, now Rafina Edge moving now the Pandoski in October. Omachiwa, the Omadia Roman last season on Gra, now Omatu Winching, got last season or we need 4 games at the Tiam, and see any other way, walk baby out, fine. And so our way on a market in Team Barcelona. And someone a free and so ever Samsona a yamami and so the team almost in Atoma on the July 1st and now 2nd. Now Omaba Kuchescano, now Abranton and so every and so our man, the other one 7 ever moment Liam Delape. Now beginning who come up. Now Abranton Wakasa baby. Now although young first go I'm watching and my Chelsea or see a great a Buono Nyachi. Now, and so I just said, and so every year, and so I went to know, or see on Waba, or Waba Boitino, Natino, Afro, Tomapa, and so every idea once more, and to the national channel, nothing to come out. And so, and run call, and so your body to now you're now going to say FIFA, and so I reference it all, and then my bow, and I said, we might give them a subject, everyone have a China, everybody. Referee no, every Mauritania, the fellow Dahani Piana, or no other at the Yamachina, Okojina, a Prima given, and so I want to know what to give now. You don't want something ever, I mean, that's the channel, not be you won't come out. Yes, every guitar, or in Jamana, now Ojim, and a show 5-0 out final. Now, I better see, or no, after in Jamala, very little with double. Now, or no, on the other. Say, free inter, no more lower club, the big Besita, also on the so about the Armenia, and I said, I have Saudi Arabia, so Bobo, or no, I get inter, and so or Dope, Elementino, sounds so out of the team, and this guy, and I owe you, they won't ball, the love for football, and I'm also a pair of man, the day I want something ever, I mean, that's which I'm council. And so our team so and so our Spain national team no woman coach Canada so no the friend Luis de la Fuente or no now what did the poison we want defender it was small boy no I not the getting to grab now I asked them to be poor pana I could have no massa and that's a good one now coach let the home come out wouldn't say I could Spain or say Yamani Ukraine or by say English every for say English back ever had now Massa when you good footballer now or no in the moment we are at mass in football I could have oil here about waiting and so our man, yet I want to every two government. That's one. No, we do come up. Now, a year behind. Liberties over for that. The thing and so Eddie Johnny Canoso and so every PR of the nature. I want to put 30 billion euros. And I was signing 5 years contract. And I will from Liberties, Omagistano, and so earlier so more, you get once a month, and so early to Gamami, and so Manaska. Let me know come up. Aha, now it's there. Maninaso, yes. I get Leon, and some more. Anna, I get French football expert, Julian Laurent, and so I can say, said the crowd, I get the one. Omadi Omako, I two. Now I say, I get massive, I get earthquake, and man French football. Where do you come up? Never seen it as a November. I'm not catching over there. Uma Betia, Uma Justina, and Sha, now Apple. It's who you see some and yet opinion from Julian, Laurent, and so a kind.
Regulators for football, they look after all the clubs' account, all the financial health of the professional clubs in France. And today was the day where John Textor and his director of football were going into the office to show their plan and explain why Lyon should not be relegated. Because if you remember back in November, they'd been provisionally relegated by the DNCG because at the time they were in debts of 175 million euros, so around 200 million pounds, let's say. And back then in November, the DNCG said, listen, if it stays like this, you're going to go down regardless of where you finish in the league. So you better sort out your accounts between now in November and June when you come back to see us. And John Textor was like, yes, don't worry, no problem. We will sell players in January. We will do the same before at the end of June. And all of that, we've got all this plan in place. So they went quite optimistic today to Paris to meet the DNCG. And actually, this news that came an hour ago tonight was a massive earthquake in French football because we all thought or understood that Lyon would be okay, and actually clearly the plans they put forward for
when Ellen and someone went to a friend of Julian Laurent a French football expert and someone or the Atuga and the ones that know and to the sunset where you're sure said me and so we will or the back and a man a year for call to a once and more. And by your just over the happy, and so ever can I go, and I'm watching a go, and my Chelsea, I don't see, or no, I will be sound, and I read at 7 so reading the year, and you will call it Omaniachi. I say, no, my 90s, you are over here, say, a case was all. I asked her on Fana or no, say, 9 a case on Ubia, Yensin Sama, Liam Dalla, and so to that.
To your game, you've opened your goal scoring account for Chelsea. How does it feel?
Yeah, you know, it's a great feeling. We needed to win today, and you know, to get a goal, it's a special feeling, and you know, even more importantly, we're through to the next stage.
When it comes to wearing the number 9 shirt for Chelsea, there's a lot of pressure and it carries a lot of expectation with it. Fans have felt in recent years that maybe players haven't been so lucky on it. How confident are you that you can succeed in this number 9 shirt?
Yeah, you know, you've got to have belief and confidence as a player. You know, it's just a number on a shirt at the end of the day, and it doesn't really mean that much to me. You know, I don't believe in all that stuff, so hopefully, you know, I can just keep delivering.
And then in terms of your goal, it was you and Enzo linking up again, this time him providing the assist and you with the goal. You've had such little time together, but why do you feel you both complement each other's game so well?
Yeah, you know, he's an incredible player, and you know, we've spoke as much as we can, and you know, he's told me to run when he gets the ball, and I did, and you know, he showed today his quality of passing, and he got 2 assists, and you know.
And so I get striker, everyone Chelsea, or they want to know, and so and so I now, who did say, I get Adam Lana, and so I get some other way, when you are 37 years, or since the ruler by Jones, I find what saying to that, if you ever want to go on, and my boy, maybe I'm going to Bono, you don't remember what Jabo, it's another way, or you have to that, so Bono, to be done to us with 37 years of age. Wejabo, Messi morning now almost 40. Omubo, who also died. It's Saturday, almost Southampton, and so Sakana, Bournemouth, Obobino, Liverpool, Brighton, and Hope Albion, almost 603 games, actually 89 goals, 78 assists, 5 trophies, 80 Atlanta, and so now David, Jonathan David. Only now a free agent like Canada 25 years. Me say man you need Chelsea for the answer, but you no. Titi a Germany say Juventus for no. Everyone na be agent to say do for no penny dia. I know who demand 50 million euros commission. What the bar with free agent take never for and so another player member Young Studios and Al Nassar who head coach the team and so Stefano Pioli on it Al Nassar for no apart with who make a contract in on the sono I born again Cristiano Ronaldo ni coach Stefano Pioli echo Yasha wine and ever before a get team no and so way and a free ammonia and so ever and somebody a blossom, the moment and yet a year one minimum with the phone, every tea at home and for now, the Yasu Apoli and so on. Mrs. Omar Fuga to the Canabra, Coco Set Box in Costa Kikos, Opa, no wash it, what's what like it, no wash it, no way of comment. And I told you, but can't come up and so edgy among insanity. Sounds on YouTube, Opa on man. Now, what's subscriber to come up? You also do free. You get my
I don't experience.
And somebody to go on, money, crab work out, and you will transfer now. So you should say, over tough the young for us.
Calling me, I say, it's here for worship. Coastal TV, be it digital, be it Facebook, any other platform session, you better take for me. So yeah, I shall club work up now. I am a farmer born available. My only challenge is the attendance, and awkward. At the long run, by the time, you show the year progress here, on a able who can spectatorship because a game like Inter Miami and then PSG. We expected at least supporters and Wobodo so now game at least one game in Ida. Because at the long run, the spectatorship of Champions League, the spectatorship of even Premier Leagues and Ade. Then whole World Cup at the club level. That's a spectatorship for my sub wagon. Especially, but one of my activities on all per year, South American teams, the Flamingos, the Botafogos, the what change. I don't know whether they are very close to US as a but or I don't have any problem with them. But spectatorship is no problem. But going on forward, I know so over 2 tickets in so obey them and on Jumas now. And as we speak in the club World Cup so now the demand for even PSG and Inter Miami tickets are very high. So very high and one demand now because demand was so above them. Spectatorship so obey okay one. Now one of our qualifying the and I see where you win him. As time goes on, so one of you win him. Now, fast forward, I'm watching Chelsea walk join the team. We'll coach Benfica, and then the Benfica ball 1 year. And the Benfica ball over the ball against Bayern Munich. And style the ball that played to the goal, it was very fantastic. A player like Di Maria at age 37 playing to the highest level like this, Sabi Ocean Crane. There at least Di Maria 37 came down to 23, 24 years over culture the football age. But in Chelsea meeting Benfica, Obefe and Casanca said, we know over the years, Chelsea plays with Benfica. Our Babu Johnny Chelsea for over the years, Obama game no Sabi why that is England versus Portugal. At least, and we know the prospect of these Benfica boys. They are very young boys, Warubo, and actually ball as even UEFA Nations League boy here, Portugal football, the Vitines and the likes. Only this is a Portugal football prospect. And the Chelsea football is in Juan Casanga. So this game will be a very nice game to watch. And then the Memezekana Inter Miami versus PSG will also be a very nice game to watch as well. Flamingo by FC Bayern Munich. Flamingo, I really underrated them. I really underrated Flamingo. But then a game against Chelsea, Chelsea 3-1. That was a game. We put Chelsea. And then Danilo is in the Flamingo team. And then we show leadership. Or Cheddar Wabo Champions League club, a club like Real Madrid, Wabo Man City. And then I shall go on Cheddar winning. And then at age 33, he's still playing at the highest order. Playing at the Club World Cup, at least can earn him some European clubs that is almost because Sabi, I'm one and say, I'm one to crew. Or go to Nawabonazakunim. And by me, came under the coaching of Barry Tactics. Based on coping of Barry Tactics, and it was okay because I qualify with it. Whether you win or lose, I qualify with. But then I was looking at it and then Kabamini go to me is the first. Because as the first, most of the times, the second club placed him stabilization. No, Mushada, 1 year in them. But the guy is the second, then I'll come up pinch him on so Waka. But we don't say that now, at least we are witnessing a nice game. Starting points in our first of its kind and Tassi. But as of now, no man, yet as but interesting to at least we'll be with the Club World Cup is okay with him. Now, Botafogo, they are performing. I like the way they are playing. And then these Brazilian boys, I don't know why the Brazilian clubs are performing, but the national team is not performing. I don't know whether the inside of the European Brazilian players or European players are going to check. But the Brazilian players, they are really performing very well with him. And see, only a Club World Cup now, so now back to Thomas Partey show. Thomas Partey is a good player. But over the years, Thomas Partey, the number of games or reduce. We are sure there's a show why any games in here. Thomas Partey for the past 2-3 years has been injury prone. Even as of this season, and I just ended season, you feel Thomas Partey or PSG first game in him. Yeah. And that was when no Partey. Second game in the band, no name like Partey perform. On and also by my and so for myself, Bian for food, Sabi Okaka with me. Now, Thomas Partey, with the amount he's taking, almost £200,000 plus a week. At this highest order, for which we know for the past 4 years, Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, they are really performing. Indeed, Arsenal is just that team in wider Netflix. Netflix, they be a winning season. They be a winning season. They obey. But Arsenal, Arteta has improved us now. Because some of the Bukayo Saka has a boy shoulder. Or a guy, and here is the case, one captain, Martin Odegaard. At such a 10-day age, a woman captaincy, I thought Abianka Obafam Wokaka, but he is still playing at the highest order. And I'm very okay with the way Martin Odegaard is playing, showing leadership and stuff. Even though Kita Ben White, Kita Bukayo Saka, this German striker, they are playing at the highest order. But still, and still they are playing. And the way they are playing, I like it. Just that we only qualify a performing team that won the trophy. And Real Madrid then. Not get trophy, and yes, she. Pocho will be so holy. 8 to make the second or more order. But I'm Moba. Your defense, I don't know, Modi first, Abbas Casampo, all the baby, now you trophy. But yes, Casamo, yes, no, we are your trophy. I think that was as of last 6-7 seasons ago. But why you get trophy? And then your trophy never be there and from qualify you. The most essential thing is we play to the highest order and playing when you're the as long as you see their trophy. Or beat today, relegation teams like Sunderland and Nari. Some one trophy, you wave your relegation zone more. Until I Kaya, Everton last 2 seasons. Yeah, but they just ended season. Bukuri, I don't know, she winning go to qualify from relegation. And you just sit back and you trophy in Pomfano. Until your other relegation, no trophy, you will be free relegation. Your other first one is there. Your other fifth and sixth, and then no Champions qualification. Your other first and second will compete there already. What about your trophy? Now quickly, Thomas Partey just ended season only in the EPL. He garnered 35 matches out to move on, and out of the 35 matches played, only 2,800 minutes were league in him. Out of the 35 matches played, with 4 goals and 2 assists, and all to accumulating 4 yellow cards for only Thomas Partey, only in the EPL. Now let's go to the Champions League. Only 12 matches played with 899 minutes. Over assists to win 2 matches. In the EFL, over 4 matches, 7 minutes, and our FA Cup, only 20 minutes, just a match. Only in 2024-2025 season. And now, when some Kofu, then you share, over 52 or make it 52 appearances, only 3,946 minutes played. 52 appearances, just ended season. 2023-2024, Thomas Partey, only 16 appearances. Good. Only 16 appearances with only 883 minutes played. And then season only 52 appearances in all competitions. Last 2 seasons, 2023-2024, only 16 appearances. But the injuries no abijim. And here is the case. Thomas Partey signed a 5-year deal, amounting to £52 million, which every month every year be 10.2 million pounds, for which 200,000 pounds a week or plus. Into only a season, 16 appearances. Second watch one on show. Or they are show. 2022-2023, only 40 appearances. So this is where the inconsistency lies in relation to appearances played. In 2022-2023, when you have 40 appearances with 2,694 minutes played. 2021 and 2022, only 26 appearances with 2,109. And 2020-2021, the first season of Signing Master, or Bomb was in 36 appearances, 2,180. In 2021, 36. 2022 26, 2023 40, 2023 24, and 2025 52. You see the inconsistencies. But if you want to be a great player, look at Modric. Fine, I don't know we're supposed to use, but I don't know we will quote to be for a particular season. That at the end of the day, they say you almost bear 60 matches in over. When you share more in the 45 to 50 matches or more, and that will let you, and that will let your fans and the database know your consistency level at the club level. But where there are inconsistencies, not be so high an amount or more. That is the reason why, if you can remember, before the start of the last season, Arsenal was almost done with Martin Zubimendi, because Zubimendi or ENG prone. Zubimendi or aging about one. Thomas Partey used to speak almost 33 years, right? And Thomas Partey is aging, and then EPL intensity more high. EPL one bomb 38 and Ronaldo no only missing more working exceptional players being 37 for go to my back with him, because we were doing when you see I've been on the way for the ball. Kiki no Partey into Mobi. Until Obanama, you are telling Arsenal that Arsenal should try to prepare £50 million for Martin Zubimendi. And last season, was one of Sevilla boy, Lucien Agumi. Since I will try there, in as much as they want to find a club for Thomas Partey, because they will make sure that I show them wage in if you want to do. You are not taking any trophy yet. Your sponsorship and everything is intact. Your fan base, your database, everything is intact. But the trophy is a problem. Here is the case. Top no players and you don't want to perform at the highest order. Now inconsistencies on their part. All but 2 matches are no team will be willing to. A bit to them Man United, Tyler Malacia, a very good player, but or injury prone. A bit to them Luke Shaw, a very good player, but injury prone. Since I have very 2-3 seasons in, or the one Belgium, Martinez, he plays one Belgium. You see, Roma Labia, what only £50 million for Soda. Did they don't go tournaments or Bobo much at least, or I pick a form about either than that, yeah, for so on one side or over. If Arsenal is trying to offload Thomas Partey, yes, we are Ghanaians, we support our own. I think since I found no good Saudi Arabia one, at least one from Nkajimo. Zubimendi, Thomas Partey, good. Sikasamo, consistency so. Mama Caneta say, and Arsenal now wants to set their priorities on one way good. Make a pattern good, because if you are consistent, you will be able to get results. If you are consistent, we'll find a professional. If you are consistent, execution of we'll find play games as well. It's about there. Martin Odegaard, when he was at Real Madrid or in Japan, no movie. We never knew Martin Odegaard could play even as of now. But Martin Odegaard playing on regular basis. See how best now Martin Odegaard is. So because I said baby, I didn't the farm when I was so. Saudi Arabia no sika on kadibi. I go back when I go by the region of the for Russia on baby almost na chi. See no EPL physique. What do baby na Ghana for it na how you complain the party new role at Arsenal is different from party new role in Ghana but because EPL before maybe Pierre Bonabano if sabe Achilles football I want to choke EPL nyansa kakra ahodin bebre nto na do ne sadun sa bola shedden times no Ferdinand mo be de Fernandinho mo na de woroba nti bo da ebenya certain Kevin De Bruyne mo bia won use adwene so bobo no Kaisedo na kase be na nhwe nkoti na wotwa ho na we ku dan mo na jeje esa so for the dan esa e bi tell Argentina Argentina ha ka be kede ntoto 19 you want na na wachi nto wachiwa ahoden dwuma nkotin aka Flamengo game ya woni Chelsea boy ya e wado de Enzo Fernandez wachi Enzo Fernandez e yenyi wa na efia se ekweru nti esa na chewa ahoden nti wo mu Brazil legends mo ne ya say Europeans o mu tumi o mu South America. Not to waste about that, but the person actually maybe no. You see now the football we are playing by fact and data. It's about the Real Madrid doing training grounds. Wakafa, I am found semi-automated machines in this so. I was a practice with free kick. Such people no say to practice with free kick to allow that every machine who I don't know the day say be John ke sheme so na yen tete abefu bia na na do no na de bia eto ya no na me to ku ahye unless Kenya kotu anu ma na ba de say no mo we good bi o mi eti amazemo akon tete wo funu de disable ntia e gitu na daro it's at the end of the day what I can't kill any mapping I say I commanded one trainer supposed it wa e wo yan konsi e ekwenyim ebechi ekwenyim dabe o e one machines no you it is a machine setter ha or dey kwa ofi ha baba ha so ti machinations against physique against yansa e kan nya bu ma no mo game ni yefe but then say Brazil for no South America for no e won abobo ya bi no bo e so chika kom do pay good dey here bebe bo ya tinko no bo park na nye it is a park na nye na say won poto mo hwe style bobi soccer Ronaldo no bobi soccer oba chi nkofo park do so e won net Oma Gattuso mu nya sa obi okay oh we find am a game against Chelsea Oma we play also azonto na kede ya Oma jonche mo nya Oma de so obo so mo de she me bia so e kwa no bo mfichi football that gato mo bobi anya sa no it is wo no obo to bring us and to tefa o chele na abo one mama kareta say I dey now from the Gatagatam to Astrotef first 2 seasons I bought for Kaka because of the migration of the Bebo from then to now. At I say, into the Becca sister as we speak, Real Madrid, Club World Cup, Waka for Bio hosted the picture. Into Waka, Danica Bahaman, and also want to move because of picture and one strength and now one movement in total mobile. And this is how technology is affecting football. Oh, and the Manama Guy Korikasa, and the Manama Guy Korikasa of Canada, Robert, Bedo Michel. Tommy Michel. Also, heat or Canada season under the mission of the president, 33 degrees Celsius. 33 degrees Celsius. Into Canada from Polish in the US. I wanted the meter with a wonderful multi. This is the one that but the EPN has no multi. Pictures are far or close in Mowa. What be your condition? I didn't say I was Santiago Bernabeu. Now, what you have a condition, what you wash away. Because once no condition, the count and go in here. Into what you wash them out, they will show condition to one there, it will be better. Imagine that it is Lugona and when the Woodum Light that won't your pipe with that. I better take up on the Woodum Light or better the full but the Becca is stranger. Intimacy I wouldn't but they just should adapt because me sure the FIFA on the steering committee of FIFA in relation to the Club World Cup committee board all these survey or you be watching what's in a whole share where analysis sound okay at this era and this at this juncture in the wise wisdom of the organizers when they went in UK they just were acclimatized. I mean to see some when they cooling break on us or they all dominating in about 15-20 minutes where they can cooling break and refresh the system now system are okay. And to going on forward I will start with Zuko that the South Americans are better off than the Europeans. The second aspect, music can catch your emotion from two perspectives. The second aspect is in relation to trophy making. South Americans, young folk work up on Cotin, watch the trophies or a work up Wajan. Brazil or watch 4 survive for Argentina 2, right? One of you. But also, Intercada, Kabuma or Morty. But for the past from 2010, take away Argentina. And one of what Europeans are good. If Zico is telling you that the South Americans are better off than the Europeans are, or two aspects. One, the playing perspective. Again, I want to ball. Talent. The South Americans have them. But Ronaldo has talent. Messi has talent. But Ronaldo wish you. Into which so what perfect technology so have training as South America the machine as gym now South America we be or the Congo chance with cement ashim that gym which one them. So technology is affecting football. So in as much as there is talent in South America, there is technology in Wafaneden. Say we go like technology. Only the man saying can you be in Obokodo. Which go like technology to the website. And this almost game no idea. There are talents in South America, there are talents in Europe, but technology is affecting football. On now let me go to Lyon before I end. Lyon and San Samono or Moti. But as of Anope, as of 8 o'clock Anope, the steering committee of UEFA, our UEFA Club Financial Control Body, CFCB, they are the only final arbiters. I'll go to Macade and Pan Lyon, although with the Motonko, League 2, and League 2, because of Sikasef. But you are very home. 62 minutes cut of players and also in the financial fair play. Obviously, you are also in a demoting. Now, in two folds. One, the owner, the majority share owner and our holder of Lyon, John Tester, over 77% shares Olympic Lyon. But due to more community, our day Lyon, Sabi, wasn't a minimum fee. No, wasn't a group one, no, wasn't a good result. Need the community, and no more what one, Maxence Kakuret, was an ton Ryan Sherky, a can only be a second Lyon in that is 45 million pounds, when you scan that to go. Now, as an before Bewa, one of what you can say, Lyon, Alexander Lacazette, former Arsenal player, we're releasing just to protect the wage bill. Anthony Lopez Okamu we're releasing just to protect the wage bill. Now, Said Benama also we're releasing just to protect the wage bill. What person can inti? Adawama Lyon majority shareholder on 7 because I want to because I think or the Yama Bibi order Koyema. Now, equity, one man 77% shareholder now, Okita Lyon, 142.9%. Some was shares for Crystal Palace. Or content and benefits and there. If an owner and if an owner contains and now owns 2 clubs, for which order will be our Puguma, order sacrifice.
I don't see that. Chelsea also most I co-owner of Starbucks.
Of course.
Because the people of Starbucks will talk for it. But at the end, everybody realizes mobile for man who move.
But there is a caveat in it.
Manchester co-owner.
Glazer. Jim Ratcliffe.
OGCDC or your owner. And United. Until you can say, so Miss qualifier, only also about free.
Sure.
It is how we need an apple.
But strategy is what? The moment I bear majority shareholder on equity. It is John Tester Kita 77% William. This is the highest percentage shares were Crystal Palace or they acquired teardrop. It has to speak 42.9% of the shares were Crystal Palace. Just to get more finances to cushion Lyon. The New Jet owner, that is Woody Johnson. But if you not say no, in a business deal, one may be so when you are Japan there. You have to wait, you know. When you no lecture now. Oh, no, but if you so nyadi. And when Crystal Palace, when you been competing for, or funded Europe. This is a woman who are from now. But now, consider Lyon, no, you take only say another cocoa. And this is a 42 Crystal Palace, or the proposal is the Crystal Palace, Baconia then. Why high? It's even the same, even though owned by one person. But he said, "Oh, then I or one by them so they turn so why the one by critical. I call Jeff to say no come pay there or look no Ozunkuno Alba no be face you go back or Bible or quite any babies I will be first. Ah, it really tonight but all them I won't catch up. Oh, there Akasha won't tell there is the one. Oh, with the paddy on some photo paper, but Akasha there critical to protect or save Ubeya incarnation I movies. I brought out any bits I will know and may feel cover. My boy showed on your car, but I shall when you put it on them. It is how many by Crystal Palace. But although they I'm in favor of the shadow the Mamma Okoi, either than that, we're funded then DNCG, that is French Football Watchdog. No, on now, Osher them, some of the first communicating by the Ocean, then we do to our community too. But then the final arbiter lies on UEFA. Once you find yourself in the presence of what funded the UEFA Benmona, that is the UEFA Club Financial Control Body. On one of go to Makadoki, we declare them based on their profits, expenditure, assets in a market. We know one call relegation and one call demotion and one call demotion. But until then, I think one boss that is John Tester. Or the press conference even was about na makan mayenya so ya TV na yehubi wa also there with proving fans and sporting success that has earned us a place in European competition 2 years in a row. We sincerely do not understand how an administrative decision could have relegated such a major French club. We will appeal to demonstrate our ability to provide the necessary financial resources to ensure Olympic Lyon's continued presence in Ligue 1. Obi and Osen today. They are having issues like that has been resolved, and he's confident that Lyon's financial position has been resolved. Having said back as of November, they won't call them relegation. Into onion and some we also other session come there. Into no more the players where high-end players will Lyon just to make sure they get the finances to cushion it. And at least we to 42%, 42.9%, almost 43% of Crystal Palace in the shares. So now was not shake him on Wama Lacazette on at least they should try to be considerate. To every rule there's to every law there's an entrenched clause. Yeah, for at least want to Kakra. And use natural justice that at least Wabako Kakra just to save the image of Olympic land. And then okay, in 2 years in a row, at least we to represent Europe. And then the more you go, the more you search forward, the more you get resources. And see, the only part of what to mark when you UEFA. Or can't say UEFA no yeah. The only final court of arbitration for sports. Only the final arbitration to Ankebi. Until then, yes, ma obviously senior. Yes. Kuba. You see, it is only in Ghana and it is in African terrain, and I expected there a certain professional player who are and over there, Sebi, you made major tournaments like AFCON, Ghana World Cup, no then, Bayuko Cricket, the day I the day as someone of them painful 1 year, but okay, time painful, what okay experience in Tonkobi. Popoba and the France national team, as we speak, players are wab and won't go in France players will France will go to my party and the 17 go to Onkoba. It's in a national team. It's here Popoba go to a French player. But all of you know, he was playing and training day in, day out. Regardless of the Popo and the name and my then I want to go win you. Sabi, we were kind of work and no play major academy, although Geneva. And then the Mian who be us in Mian Nishada, or the second afternoon, what I had a pen and had a butcher and a person at the butcher. Popo will only be with the France national team and the Blue, while bringing a performance of Jose. And starting from Monaco, Oyoki, now needs no. And he started off from France before coming to the top 3 in Europe, and the top 3 England, Spain, and Germany. That is the top 3 in Europe. At least, so Obona performance on for which I believe Popoba will do it. Obuba because Popoba, as some said, Madam season, your loss of an arrest if liquid. As some other season, as someone who can one answer. Popoba to be a new Popoba at Juventus. Popoba starting off from Man U, going back to Juventus, coming back to Man U again, and we've all seen the ball Popoba is playing. Regardless of one on the other coaches, so many which this is my wife for no 2 years. Me sure the national be Shabi. And Popoba still 33 years. I'm winning 50. I'm going to one because when I'm if you look at the show that, but he's still playing at the highest order 40. I see some because what I say I'm was I'm AC Milan. Until the Popoba is there, decisive passes Popoba will give it to you. The most essential thing is Popoba should get only clinical finishers and now wingers just to find that utilize more of Popoba's Eba wasn't Eba pace, Eba skills, Eba intelligence. Popoba has it all. And the Yaman ever down to Popoba. What in the future, him there, then I'll struggle a even me. But we all know Popoba in let's say with consistency, honestly, and Popoba so injury prone. Popoba injury prone, so they be open your best 5 to 10 matches. But Popoba, yes, we will do the work for me.
Popoba every year, and so at your Facebook committee with your man, where you know, 360 or see a good one day, Cape Coast is coming up, and I will show a limited church. I can tell liberty. Good morning, my boss. It's last week. Greeting from Fatima Royal Ladies to you from last week. Okay, Anna Lutapa, and so every show you are what you wish your child.
What I say?
Namek.
What is? But I see, Yenchia, Ashafunya, my brother Abuaji, why just to prove. So many baby now more touch can be warm. Often Thomas Partey in the issue. I know quite Thomas Partey, my would resort Okapiska, but yes, you are. Sadamaza was there a teta, Swako, Saudi Arabia Kapiska. Oh, yeah. Reason needed a teta for the past 4 or 5 years. On yard, Hopia man, as not on yard. Okay, say be there, say club, no matter the sky was the trophy, no was the judge.
Yes.
Ateta I think FA Cup 1, right? No wajama Arsenal, that's all. And that way what I bad. You party the corner waji. And that way party Katsino Zoom Komo. Party £200,000 a week. What's worth him? No, I'm at half.
Which is 100.
Because England tax at 50%.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Pato will be getting only 50,000.
Yes. Asia, Sisi,
It's 100 and one agency or whatever one very smart in the sense that would the 100,000 be given him after tax and now a start 100,000 or a tax embedded.
Sikasam na bibia ntunche na hwe first 5 and first 4 of EPL one just ended season. Liverpool no first, Arsenal ba second, City ba third, na Chelsea ba fourth. Yan hwe them 4 teams. Hwe Liverpool what you trophy ni they have a rich midfield but wakafa vet Zabaka and until them good. Hwe yan fast na nto yan for Man City akafa Tijani Zabaka no Gonzalez na no ka woni nya wo ho yambra yan nuanom ofan Chelsea
City Kevin De Bruyne na wonya tija.
He said before Kevin bokona ngasa someone okafa ibi bai na winter no was one month further Zibai but join no one right na Arsenal Chelsea mpa Chelsea Arsenal akafa another month further our Caicedo our Enzo our Latvia wakafa another month further Zaba join good or Zaba join this year loan on aba na Arsenal today we see Ken what Netflix they be entering next season na say Patoko na kafa Zubimendi aba say number 6 papa Zubimendi is not better than Partey 6 register Italians for can register Partey is far better oyo bruinana maybe so oyo bruinana Dabi good but say you can ball na register and 6 no and I'm for over shield defense na every party is 40 years of party miss one ball go to more one adapt good but party outright in the offer it means still Arsenal can't compete with teams now one this year okay party ko aka for Zuma number one of backup those playing one actually Arsenal bench one because this are Joji Woko into one of our complement
intina other for Sevilla no this last season sensation boy Luciana Gumi into no backup but I will side with you American because a pattern to go outright it should be studied Zubimendi should understand party but for the past 2-3 seasons Arteta has been still fighting for Zubimendi.
Yes.
Telling you that Onyanka Partey from the other.
Yes, here is the case today. Mpokono one son can. As I said, sure. In the Ozeya Botana, you know, part one offer, but all agree to it. Since was one way and a can crack for time, maybe one summer can obey Jan Okana. I had a man, no one season now, I can now call. Sure. Free. Up like a crowd agent. Over this ago, no go to come. In the young fan to one share Nico Williams. Nico Williams. Bilbao fan Juma was it Barcelona fan on ye good assembly mommy there I share Bilbao fan dam Basque region of what muhu is additive about fan qualify say if you are hardly no but Tonama Spanish team or ye muhu be your and I do consider there Bilbao player what a Spanish team or them Barca Atletico Madrid 1 year bidder
Bilbao Sociedad them of no Gubas we get a different mind
in the actual last season no was as in bia liberate pay na ma me no do time e be nye ne yeje fa kesa waka nsem bebre oza wan afa no so kasa na convince afre na afa na accept the obatina a season sisi ya what na wi no what say neighborhood plus near 65 na so your other teams are nka when team no batina wa bargain but why them Barcelona for no what is also a cocoa tree scan never buffer. Let's see our first is in Pia catcher on there or boko. In this because I wonder why we be able again. In this Barcelona fire reader won't cocoa tree scan. In this actual Barcelona for a deco. Why are some 2 signings here? No kind of budget on. Now, so see, I ask something. Basta something here.
Oh, see, so last season, financial statement 140 million.
Yes, 1:1. This was 1:1. Nti yakafa ni kompo basisi ana ya reach 1:1. You to register no. That is the problem.
Basketball, but no, basketball. 65 million. Bank of Ghana, why? Commercial bank, why?
You want to yakafa ni ko, want to yakafa ni ko Williams naba. But say you reach 1:1 and I register no way. Inside what forced test judging out. No way arrive so called I'm a wage bill not why that. What so it's Tabasa. As a buying a player is no problem, but registering the player and no any issue. Just studying the issue no one. And I can say on yeah fair man in a sense there. Actually Germany national team now. No one goalkeeper trained the he started with Neuer. I know you saw no close friend. I'm Neuer the best man. Okay. Abra Neuer worry. Inti I won't them goalkeeper training one can 1 year cool them. This year goalkeeper training so na Hansi Flick aka fana aba Barcelona. That is it. Inti say Germany won a German national team now why you win your fire how club so about 2 easy. Definitely ain't been there. Into was not option right there. What we pay any dues, more to why years why am I team Barcelona? So it's about time was the option now oko. A radio no na zinya was opere woko. Someone one kwa ni ko wi ase ka fane bompa onye djuma. Because it's a fana kasa kare. Sa was the what na this Canada umpo na ya baba fana still is gonna really know about so what. This shows how eager oya obobo Barcelona in the Xabi Alonso can the same issue. I see obey dangerous, deadly. Barcelona Kakafa, Nico Williams Saba on the right and on the left. Today, Messi can on Yasam Papa. In this issue, are they concentrating on Lamine Yamal and are they Nico Williams? Xabi Alonso are some okay. In the which means the one young Kobeya and transfer on your possible.
To chunk of football, I kill a sweet hijack. Yeah, bad. That's all you're bad. Any I come aboard on the football. So, I will never better him as all of us. As I said, between it's Barcelona was a woman we were there. Now, to work for a friend Zuba. Lastly, we pick Moshe Zico. Nishu no can brother or can't Ninia. Baziko ozo there ozo ya mtanicho sisi ya FIFA Club World Cup ya egbe sima ana club obo win the trophy and no best team we ase as a club nto twa say Brazilian teams ni bija then wabaka change they have good team and good players but say from player to player Europeans are better than Brazilians. Of course Brazilians 1-1 be in the air you see them they are good but if Europe as a whole now will produce good talent sin them Brazilians no. But say as a Europe a whole, South America a whole is there and every kind of South America still produce good and quality talent than Europeans. Into although when you are about now you share at the end of the tournament say Europeans no badia South Americans no badia then and our case but so yeah them is ya only case bia now lastly Man City Pep Guardiola no Man City Warriors bi yen won ko ho no the last season wan ko ya man nti say hwe Club World Cup ya o hihye yema o de mo rugu akwemi pop na say Arsenal fo baka che be the party nko a ehwe Arsenal fo pere wo pere wo che nti te mo be the say party boko ateta so ko because I tell you about Arsenal muhu as a papa bia why ama Arsenal Tottenham for coach ya we nezi Postecoglou wabaji European trophies amo and an ko we nezi atata no Arsenal
Oh yeah, then Arsenal.
Oh, Netflix.
Atete one of the coaches now win your time amen. Hansi Flick before Barcelona bia obaya dia ayompo na mantas me say wow. It means you're good coaches baby. But Atete had quality. I was go to compete Liverpool and a slot new coach. I want you players, you know. I want to abadi trophy. Arsenal, your friend Chelsea Mkoye, City Mkoye, United put the one asame yanka.
Asame ke asame won kan na. Ya bugo be for English fa. Asame bo chese na the man ya be that. One asame that marry your powerhouse. Asame na waba. Ya asame wabo. Na bugo be for English fa. The man with the bugo chese no na lipu no na total be. Man won be ho. We tu e mo na assistant won ja me nji enyo.
Okay, United is in 15th, right? But extra, Aston Villa, Newcastle, there's one place in Ankasa. You'll be more in the man you could not fan of. Why? Because of Manchester team in Ankasa. That is it. Into Man U, powerhouse. In this Man U, Chelsea, City, Nasa Arsenal and you compete with Liverpool. You couldn't. And I touched the one son was a pattern call. In this pattern call, I touched a young call. No coffee bimbra. Nay, share. Into your friends and Breno Connection. Poba, Sidama, Abuajikan, and one hour was going to call Monaco. If so, Monaco, a mid table team, Biano or start gradually because 2 years on your easy. 2 years, what's in the future? Into all your Poba can make it or deliver within a season or two, obeying Obasana but top flight league. Either EP or Moana, German Bundesliga and Spanish La Liga, obeying one of those teams in Wabo.
I know I am the Abana and Fantaman, where ladies, live on Facebook, we must Green Show Boss, we are watching you live from Sotman, Fantaman Royal, Abrona from that's it. And now we are bumping star. Love this. Wow, keep posting this. Awakening. Okay, you have a call official now get the official again. Abraham 27 minutes past 11. You have a call now get the official Abraham. I'm going to see you blah back. Now get the official and so again. Abraham transfers. Oh, Ghana. You might young commander. Na kotoko tibu ni mono sene na Mr. Uma Ekano saa pepe na etie nso tibu no na Africa ana James Kusia player nso interim management committee no Omodi omanya chi South Africa ina say a team no ebe go pre-season e South Africa nti e ho no kono omo kohwe eye omo ko expect facilities team no kwa omo kwa stay na omo mo enso aye preparation ahead of Ghana Premier League na man season any cup configuration omo so e kwa kobo na de e kwa so kire say nyame aye 2 foreign players enso be biem e Kumasi na ba ko efu Burkina Faso and wako enso fi eye Cote d'Ivoire enso aba enti wene omewuram e adewoja achi je meti se mienu enso e ba be kan enti coach eye Abdul Zito nyane abre ogbobo no se eno so ebikoye enso e ho mame eye kotoko omo first time na omo new signing eye Brekum Chelsea omo eye mofoda e fano Hubert Guy ono omo sign no na olu to so e na mame na magino won komo na oni na emra abrante de ba e photo shooter oye ye nhwe video no enso e kakra. Na second one no enso aye Francis Abba fanto so na fa mama na ono left back ono so ba cancer onye ono so da so no ana eye je ono so asansan no na no pe enso e ba de tie se eye former teams ono winga ono ye Johnson Opon Owusu ono so aba cancer and so far 3 signings na kotoko enso aye enso e ja o tinuma jadi enwase na die bana berema ba enso efri eye necessary agani bibiani Coasters na gabe akoma Coasters eko Africa eti abrante no enso agani omo ono ana eda so nti Coasters no enso akonfirm Coasters ho na Emmanuel Konto enso efri Young Apostles 3 years ono so asane enso edama Coasters enso ana one the CEO ejina honoma eno su etwa efonu enso erecho nyako hato folk na omani coach ale maso didi dramani de betim te say ya me am next week and we go unveiling of omo technical team no didi dramani head coach Abdul like Gazali first assistant Fifi Paka golden cake omo coach no enso ba ana Najaru Isa former protocol keeper trainer onu so abeka senti na next week na umayi mu onfele no enso Samates enso abakofa golden cakes omu defender ndidi ebe Ronald Griezmann enso edina ba o aso ne captain no ne da so no enso no ma yeti enwase no enso edi emamo na yeko next one no ye invite you so mu bra trials onuti amekoko na oni join news ye invite you so mu bra trials onuti amekoko na oni join news in this alcohol yoko na inti Abdul Rashid Hussein Nisema or the Tuga.
I went to Sheffield United, and my first time I went there, they didn't believe there was talent in Ghana that much. So when I went there and I proved them wrong, and they were happy, and they decided to invite all the shooting star players. Yeah, because of me, they invited all the team to come so that they can scout more players. So that was what happened. So from me and them, our agreement, I normally come back Ghana because I was young, and that was the same rules. So I'll come back to Ghana, and then few months time you go back train with them. So that was how they make it happen, like till you get 18, so that they can find a way to help you.
Let's ask you about the experience moving from Ghana to Europe. What are some of the difficulties you encountered moving from Ghana there, and how did you overcome those?
Yeah, to be honest, Ghana here mostly we don't take some things serious, especially like having like good stretching and activation before training, you know what I mean? So sometimes our muscles are too tight. So when you get to Europe, you see them doing that before training. So and if the weather is cold, you start to find it hard because the muscles will be like stiff to get used to it. So that was the challenges. And then some people think like if you just know how to play, that's all. But sometimes you have to learn the tactics of every formation and your position, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. You have to be here and there at the right time. Or those things, those little things is needed. And you know, Europe football, when the kids was young in Europe, they are good. They have good facilities to develop the young boys, so they are good in the simple things. So before you get there, you have to master the simple things, your touch, your passing, those things. Those simple things is important there because they don't train and just start selection and then play. No, they start with passing, patterns, how he wants you to attack, defend, those kind of things. So whilst you are here, it's good, like to tell other players who are still here, it's good for them to start learning tactics of formations. It will help them.
Wait, and someone I'm to Rashid City, two guys. Several can say, but it's far bright again from my man. Near Newton say, now we are come, yes, but see, bright again, and then I will be getting or joining the getting who start. And then come up signing the contract, Eliamu, and so ahead of why Africa will come, still squad now also edging a bloom. And so I will honor my and only a year and 7 clips for my brother, a cop time. Now, come on, you Suleiman. What is a call or quite like a room? Come on, Suleiman. Yes, but it you by the course of the future from Southampton to Atlanta.
Kamadi Suleiman, he has performed exceptionally better in the just ended season. And then on Atlanta, Gianpiero Gasperini, Okoroma. Good. Now the current coach of Urban, Luke Mama, with a crop of young boys. Kamadi Suleiman is no far from them. And now here is the case. We are England, English football, or you intensity because initially in Italian league, I want to tell you what the ball and Cabbage Red EPL Inter I won and Italy I won and pen over them. But it's at least with the insurgence of technology and other related about football, at least mistake over to my play now. Why should I then? One card one I will book one. One says there is a bit of parity. Because all day and Kabbalah or red card in England and Italy, I want. This is how there is a bit of fairness, equity, and equality. So Kamadi joining the young boys there, no be able to wonder it's different from gone out the days and a young boy, every go pay Kafu no Gatuso no Abano is through there then everybody on Abo. But if you go to a certain Real Madrid as we speak right now, able no Jubileum, regardless of his or young boy, Vinicius young boy, Valverde young boy, Rodrigo young boy. Hendrick, young boy. It's a more than why they are your peers. It's in a waji, but the more that you feel comfortable around them. Yet, the minister say, "I about to go from our and to me, then I was up in French. My brother, she didn't move. Mamma can say, and so Atlanta, they want to be a free flow born. I were born. I want to one my young boys in a one. Bergamo contains a Bergamo contains and Obama Aquina, will be Roman market bit of from Penny Food, you market Penny Friday. But Atlanta, Fiorentina, and other squad, other teams, Cagliari, Monadi, one my young boys. Now, as an Sunday, new pace, new skills, new antics, or you're very good. And also on checking whether because we're a different league to a different league. Adaptation over here, or adapt first. Let's go to me to adaptation offer. As well as Indian channel by blasters and Obama. If yes, I'm on Abdul Rashid, no interview. Very nice. Say, one could don't chuma or Sania. You see, okay, and so Uncle Barbara. No, okay, you must name him Shanasana by the team. That at least as for now, Kofi be able to go to Mako, Mako trials. Who knows? Try as a yes or no. The possibility of a yes into mention, the possibility of a no into mention. But we better to my one of them platform just to exhibit your skills. But soon one be so young with the Yanon, this ain't a queen and a could so stubborn proud and answer soon be him. I mean, a mark of job on no PS on the derby. Go and kill yourself. Or 14 can drive no 14 days. So 14 days, go and kill yourself. Remember, the name of the Nombasi. Maps the Rashid Ayi, Okana Sokoba, and Gasson Kobaka, and go on few people. Like a way I could be not a Bacada, the Mutimidi, them country in the Wabayamo. No, but when they cannot say to Pesano, Wakage wasn't. In Shanaba. Now, the players on the local side, who to call trials, it's okay. There could be a bit of a good partnership. And what is the partnership? If the management and the leadership of both clubs, you can okay, in every given period of time, maybe pre-season be Yabama for you, maybe a friendly match be pre-season be. When watch also when you abochi exposure be. Say abochi exposure now, when you the boss because that time me elbow in term a Acacia or Philadelphia and Acacia in term Miami, then you missing one swires in Boboa. There's an baby share thing I'm gonna do. I mean, this is the boss one because I can't like a session when they read it. So once already I said to patient, the almost lies on our elbow and also call na cover papa name him so that anywhere he goes at least teams will to add wabwa now we project we find an operation with ye. Secondly, you will come high the lega and I season and I will be transfer window. It will say my mufunyaka. And then the terms and conditions in the contract, oh yeah, today you come maybe because it's very pretty bad. That will be a 5 years contract. The amount in maybe agency regi. Oh, no, I'm for start today for Florida. Why you tell me free with it? Why am I channel your way? It is out in the Ubian by Eddie. A bonum. Kukom, and the baby are signing no fee. Baby are signing no fee. Signing no fee, I was signing or your hand one. A week, no wages here. What are the privileges a player Ubenya? Mama cannot say. And they say even you want more contract as well come out for 2-3 years. Say me that question kadamo. Contract abroad for come out 2-3 years. 2-3 years and then last week we take Kotokopiaro. Last week Friday we take Kotokopiaro. And the place where the place we bring con. And with the place we bring con, man you know Nadi. Rashford me as the team na kasa no wash your class and Rashford Nadi. Jedi Sancho me wa class am. And yet I will plan a call sending them come and don't come on and then the may of an Amarifi, Nabuano, and the may Metro Bus now Dabi. Now the teams must also aid and help in searching for the next club for your player. And a player is agent, but agent a bit a buffer baby. Agent player sound go. The other
negotiation.
But the question is, when Abatam was starting negotiations, good, because negotiations are kasa before any. Because going to me negotiations, Mbappe Boko Madrid, they signing on 100 kg. Almost 2 years negotiations away. Well, yeah. Commencing. Mbappe, Simon. I mean, okay. One jam at a few of this. One jam Moko free at a few of this. When you negotiation to no better than I catch number.
Mumbra was saying, okay. I will say, actually, European clubs here. One more play be signing on fee.
Not at all.
One man signing on fee. But scan of budget, you find 20 million a season and it was spread weekly, wasn't it? Sure. But every year you had it. But also pay 60,000 Ghana cedi. Them 60,000 Ghana cedi, or the 60,000 Ghana cedi, you are answered or Baba gain for monthly mobile. No, I catch more 500 cedis. Now our assets. Good. In the budget, them 60,000 we are. Okay, say scanner. No, but now was the 500 cedis initially. I know that them 500 cedis initially. Then if the why the 60,000 be what I said.
But I know but he said, I think last season,
Kotoko, last 2 seasons, no one decided there or buy them. But still, what they signing on fee. But the issue is, Kotoko is signing on fee in years car or you do. Assuming there about 60,000, over 20,000. 9 can was spread out monthly, one more. But all that, yeah, for the past 2. Oh, yeah. On your back, not only some assured. Yes. There, Thomas Partey is taking almost 54 million pounds, the whole of the contract 5 years. Sure. And we know that every year, only get 10.4, 10.2, 10.4. As I say, in John, one can say, but them, one year there. Sabi, I am promoted the calculator, but 1 + 1 the calculator be huge. In John, now there 10.2, divided by 12 fiscal month. Yes.
In your amount, Divided by week, we have almost 52 to 53 weeks in a whole year. Divided every week, this is the amount Thomas Partey to take, which is £200,000. It is obviously clear. But here the man better they can have mass make it. Here the signing on fee, Mbappe needs 100, and Mbappe pay £100 million. You have many million you should review. Man, we are sending friends to the president. You might need to pay for cuts now. Okay, that we shouldn't be able to see the 50%, which shouldn't be so. So negotiations separate upfront in relation to funding and signing on fee. It should be clear. All parties okay. Upfront feeling say a sign I reduce 6 cities and sign out there is more signing on fee and sign the area on weekly basis or monthly basis, even with bonuses. Because one Ronaldo goes around for they have packages. Goals are washer in an unexpected number of goals in a very given period of time, and the amount and the reward you get, even from sponsorship. And I can say sponsorship is that one. It's a modern Ronaldo, Messi, they will be able to go there. Or find Nike for signing deal of this basketball legend, Jordan on Yahi, but Nike on debt deal. Today we almost one another. It means the agency has really worked, and now about 4 agencies are good. There's a Joker is needed. Yes, it's our BC Basai. What to say for whole German is not even. Okay, way. Oh, you're going to try to be that. I don't know the day. Or we're Basana twins who want to wonder because almost 80 players who want to wonder. The whole German is no better. And so, not necessarily this one. Now, so what's the Kakao for 2? I'll go to my other sponsor, Wesson. Because when you had a limelight, and it is there. For us, now I mean, 10 million. Actually, anybody who comes in contact with negotiation, because obey you, but my committee. About generation up front, and I say, yes, MP. But say, woman, you want front to Kebeji, which is signing fee. The weekly wages, so how do I salaries and no wages? And now, or salary. Monthly. I had a moon or a stipend. I tell you, I beg everyone signing off 60,000. 60,000 when you have a child signing for the Wala cash out to pass and had a sign. Child, beg you and I get to the Sunday special meet me there. Bobby be anyway, I send you for ever. What about 50% come and say? I expect that on monthly basis in Kobenya, big or Oboko, I bet some of 500 cities. On your satisfaction. I will catch a young often a young Muslim channel, young me doing, they be an enemy doing more here, and Kasabi hemoglobin in case he changed. And Kasabi enemy doing me and go on catch the traffic. What one of the platform? You see, platform comes with responsibility, either from both parties. Because when you say that Mbappe is taking such a huge amount, Mbappe sees in one coach, Yaman, what you go can? Go can, there is a reward for what you go can. Good.
Angela Liga.
Angela Liga. Mbappe.
That's Angela Liga.
Like Angela top scorer. Yeah, I know. And see, if Mbappe is trying to nurture them, every blessed season, Mbappe is expected to produce a quantum number of goals over Chairman. Kevin De Bruyne will not look at Modichuna. Where chances a young one?
Abaji Bibia. Dabi. There. Kylian Mbappe and I European players who good PRs. But in local boys, another ni PR one. When you scan an uncle Pero Tafel, Obo 2 CD, Mabat's radio, do and television, no iron, they didn't. Oh, yo. Kylian Mbappe, them scan or an uncle Tio. Check. A group of people are around Dana, where you be Biama, and this can about Watson and answer. But a day, you know. No, don't able to Martin be. What is Cabon or the Pesca Papa? I know, but what is Cabon Pesca Papa and be 7 can be soon sign a contract and you 15 and then free. Yet, on your normal something. Oh, if I'm mobile ball, now for us, the PR. Mobile Collins, the team. Collins FC. Now Collins sign them among 5 CDs. Now I say, Abaji. Collins 5 cities was moment into 2 CD. I must move for 3 CD. But now a fruit academy. That 5 cities now was any place now was the morning. Oh yeah. Baka over there be a 1 day baba in 5 cities in the batty. Insisi ya ebona mo kwa menji 5 cedis bi o mejan 10 cedis wodwuman we
the result
nti sababa man sanu mo 2 cedis na ma mo 5 na ma fa 5 ebaka da 10 cedis no so yere maye but se meje 10 na ma gote mo fa da ma na obaye that is it
na center maybe said the salary no so ahina order for the salary one kind of stipend and allowance
no that na mo hwe one journalist bi sport journalist guy Andy Kemp na meeting ni interview tama orifi baby ma wona aba Kensington no ehwe the money involved na ososin player na orba kan asem no gina pitch no the orba ball sure because our brand in who ye why he values as all but any young players they don't value the talent now what oh there I want to argue that me pay them more heart of folk me pay them more kotoko into so you team na rugba little be no money be or you okay which is wrong
of course
one more money be more na heart of folk JC and no kotoko JC or you okay dabi was a kasatantan to ponko ejuma na area into so one more as in so ya mumu da as is that to table no it's not going to help ibina Frederick Asari Frederick Asari can also Osa one former goalkeeper Dabi before the lad no Felix Annan demanded 20,000 a month was going to
he left
on demanded 20,000 a month. What's the other answer? Since you US into the 20,000 one year. Kotoko play here in African Cup, you got to stance in left footed number 10. Final boy.
Richmond
Lamptey. This is only 20,000. What Rwanda? $20,000.
So you see, only as a first high school player.
Only 20,000. In the Ghana, your teams they can pay them 20,000. But because of what Nkofuna around one one or an uncle or any brother or any uncle, then brother and any uncle so he's not into football. When you want to go in and what comes in. Say a kafa abuaje, I'm number one of abuaja. Let's say I'm a player, I don't know my ways outside because I'm a football person, about that I be higher for a I had was almost one city. I didn't one city no Kakaji one city a Chinebi Yabanya 2 city.
Rashid Swala yang boom no copy kotoko.
That is it.
Yang boom jam South Africa. Yang boom jam no Black Stars.
Good. And see one way.
But don't
get the brand. Say you could try the brand. Or signing no contract here. Leaves in sheets in the papers. Or you could 80 abasano. Contract or sign no document no all your leaves in 80 papers.
Document in which show them.
Na ye dey have call the paper ko no no I sign or sorry we try autographs any oko why sign autographs we try
share style had to sign Leventius. It's kind of man you be anything. Is it still there? No.
Ibia player Niska so far player Niska me there Oboto Goye Sadiq Adams. Former protocol player more really MTN FA Cup.
Yeah.
And me there monthly, not 5,000 or so. Because I'm one day signing on if you want fee. Us monthly or 5,000. Yes. Now Sony Yakuba so much I think 7,000 or 8,000 monthly. Because they value Ghana had it or value as no or one. Since here if we players of protocol signing left back, them 24-year-old guy.
I shot 24.
Also 24. Maybe be 24 years. It's the man ever can 24 years.
Maybe the Ghana can better government, you know.
I know 24 years.
Go better than them officers. Ghana can be put away.
Yeah, yeah, to the Makaya Assembly, no more Metro, second division. Now, Daniel Aje, a Heart of Lions, one assistant coach. Daniel Aje. No, Jeremy. Ejabuachi say buachi. Let's say buachi and there. So be a kufia on true the details. Listen, the age and the on family and on fire. And the play be, oh man, then said no so I said, no I say, Asi age na yenze no football age na another na age ankasa na da dey age ke chen hey men ye da mazini biom
I think Friday
men ye da mazini biom there it means say what age bien it say je bo boy you know it means they don't even have that knowledge there even as a active age you don't play you should stick to mazini ball
good consistency no. You see, we are so dumb with that. You refresh no. My can record everything because we saw the one or the one or that. We are not saying that we should be looking down upon ourselves.
Yeah.
But a win and yes matter of virtue. Yeah, and we found a water office. Do you know that? On your zero code on your accommodation with you. But may match now one or 10 to coaching.
Yeah.
But at the long run, this signing of players and stuff. I believe you should have proper agency. Say, young school, say, what I young technical BCC, UCC, we not like take Nadibi. Say, been a pa and 1 year agency as a course because I don't know, was P. What a P. You've been away police, a national or the president of Boboton to buy something beside into 1 or today. We are, what be about the back we are not there. So we should have proper.
Yeah, one of that we have all
you see, I go, although they got all the agencies for agency, at the long run, we should believe in what agencies do. Yes, baby. Because my we were colonized and you see from your colonial masters. And then I ain't to me one. But I able to work as a can because I didn't so we bought around that was $20,000. Of what penalty? That I said I don't show PT Dochi interview me Nigerian actor. What's the then I said okay if Africa was a Ghana, if Africa was a Ghana. What was the credit of education? They run the about $20,000. Run the economy Ghana economy. We say no. But they are living soft life for honor. I have a case in all around the suffer. He's okay there. And the agency no money and then this signing of exodus number of players. Woman young Sebastian Treya, why be considered to their assignments? Florian Vets, Shama Star, no, play one second, and Bobo the second, no, the sign Endo. And Endo is performing on a regular day. In a Freduco Chiesa, in Juprono, in a Cobo Pobeka, now Freduco Chiesa is going, but he's not going on a free base. Freduco Chiesa is going with some small football. I mean, we're a trophy about 10 million. 10 million. It's a very good case or basic coding. No, paying for because now the wage will no waste. But we need 10 million from it's a place, a sign by 5. Let's say release it to a 2 year per class. I am bear 50,000 there. I fetch for 2 months. But I don't know the day Oko free, you're better than in a year 2 years around a club. Send me one for your phone pan, one for him, Konyaku, my husband.
I can't Sana to be known in
yeah, more further, a story be about Didi Dramani.
Didi Dramani, yeah. I came from Mukompo, and I'm catching no wife nature, but no office. I did my wife nature, and see, or just a problem. All like his Bamzamo baby, very fantastic footballer, or Akotache, very fantastic footballer. Young boy, free kick conversions is here. On with him. To my normal courses, how can we be seen? The Okado teams being put in say, I want to watch all baby and once so happy. On your bobo, Major Park or Sheffield 2, we were no Sheffield wasn't moving penalty. On your ball. And to did women see, did he mean and didn't wife Lechiba. If you know about some office, of an Azelia to Abubakar. No, that's why it is even maybe a jail.
Sure. You know, come be me, but since I'm going to continue, Aduma, Echina. Because what said assembly there, Watara, was in the list for players overused next season. This year, and with we, Nedidi Abe. He see going by the players submitted by Watara and other, and also submit new lists.
I must miss what some Chroma with politics. One or how about you? I've been that.
What is that? It was initially now on the Mufama there. Damn list now what tires require. Oh yeah, Maxwell Kunedu need demands. Okay. In the elder DDR of a full picture just like that now. Not in a year successful. In the year Yami are doing a sense for my
Okay.
Salary someone there, or what kind of
Hey.
One can't make
No other way. Kole, mama fa yes here come fa kwanya do. Obi bia we do okay cosmetry assembly bia me chair. My department, my boss Mr. Isaac Carter, Madam Jocelyn Dako. But when I said I my kwanya we release him them as when nti. Obi bia we see say me bia me chair. E dey be on by the friend Efi on by the but eh na ma so sister. Efi, shout out to you Laurentia, I greet you. Mr. Sister out. Oh, Master, of course. Must Master, sir.
I mean, I'm watching us in the movie. I see Effie on was no bend.
Oh, will you go?
If it was in Waza, the Piodama, I show
everything from what the man was playing, or back, you need to be doing one tea, one mobile life, so, said that year, I said, data, and so a shade, and so on, Kotoman Sasu, and now, where Kiss Michael, love it, that he, the money died. So, or one by the team one. Now we are watching now. We get the brothers of financial working guys. Also, now, Eba, Michael, Jenny Francis, Ejina Camera, FY, you call him Michael, Venice, and Mr. Marvin Abella, and the airport, the chair, and I'm praying, and so, Doctor, I am Professor, Kwamina, from the boss, and I'm praying, a chair, so, Yakam, Yami, I'm not now.